Hello and welcome to Body Bags. My name is James and I'm your Sunday night reviewer, and today I will be reviewing Hotel Inferno 2. I apologise about the glare because this is actually very early in the morning in Finland, and I was just guessing that I could cheat with this being my Sunday review because I know most of the guys are actually in America. So at some parts of America this will still be Sunday. Anyway, let's get on to my review of Hotel Inferno 2. So this picks up immediately from the first one. We have a very small recap on right at the end of what happened in the first one, and then we jump into here where we have our main character who we follow through the eyes, obviously because this is a FPV shot movie, our Frank Zamoza. Yeah, so he finds himself in the bowels of hell, basically. Yes, it's no secret that he died in the first one, and now he's in, yeah, the bowels of hell, like I said, the pits of hell, which, yeah, looks great. It really does look great. Looking around and you see some, it's obviously CGI, but it looks good. It looks solid. Anyway, he gets attacked by this monster, which looks very similar to the big floating eye monster thing in Doom, the original Doom game, which is a heavy influence on this film. I think I may have mentioned in my first review of the first Hotel Inferno that it kind of felt like a bit of a game, and like it reminded me of Doom. I felt like I was almost playing this film, not watching it, playing it. It was like, oh, yeah, well, I'll get into that in a little bit. But anyway, yeah, he gets attacked by this big eyeball floating head creature thing and wakes up with he's basically tied up, is watching some people being mutilated, is normally what happens in these Hotel Inferno films. And he kind of befriends a witch who tells him, quite conveniently, but tells him the situation that he's in. He manages to break free, and he's like, this is fucking bullshit. He's not believing anything, you know, the kind of Frank Zamoza way of how he's in the first one, slightly testosterone filled kind of character. And so he's like not having any of this. He goes off, goes off into another room, sees these kind of undead, trying to shoot them, nothing's happening, comes back, is like, okay, maybe I'm willing to listen a little bit now. And she explains how to kill people, like you have to use weapons which are forged in hell, and so that helps him obviously go and fuck some people up, as Frank Samosa normally does. And this witch makes a concoction for him to drink of like bowels and piss water and fuck knows what. But anyway, he drinks this stuff, and then she has the connection with him. So again, kind of conveniently, she sees everything he sees, and he can talk to him and he can talk to her. Then basically she guides him through hell, through corridors of hell, very much through the corridors of doom, kind of. I'm not saying that as a negative, it's great, because the age of what I am, like in the early 90s, exactly my early teens, I was playing Doom. So this has a lot of kind of, even though I've never seen it before, has a lot of nostalgia for me. Like I said, I really enjoyed it. It kind of finishes a little bit abruptly, and not that it's a disappointment in the end, but it kind of, yeah, how it stops, you're like, and it's like continue, like very much like the gameplay and continue. And obviously they're in the process of making and still funding, I believe, Hotel Inferno 3. So I understand how it might stop there, but like the first one has, like, it feels like its own entity, and this feels like it's like a two-part film split up, and that's how this one kind of finished. But the overall run of the film, it's a lot of fun. You know what you're getting with these films. It's splatter gore fest, and it's so much fun. There's some great inventive kills. There's some cool characters in this. Some like battering this demon with yeah. Ugh. Well, dead babies, basically. Yeah, it's not a really great way of saying that, but yeah, battering this demon with dead babies. It's kind of like, what the hell am I watching? But it's a lot of fun. The only kind of, it's very well paced, but the kind of one area of criticism that I had, it kind of, sorry about the glare on this, by the way. I'll just put this down actually. It came towards the end of the film. There's this, you know, when you're playing these games, there's always these puzzle sections on how to figure out. And there's this puzzle section. It's a fairly simple puzzle section, but you follow the whole kind of workings out with Frank, and then him doing this little puzzle to unlock where he is. Well, basically, there's this section where he goes into this room, and then it's this cursed tapestry, and he becomes cursed when he touches it, which the witch is really pissed at him. Anyway, she explains how he has to kind of unlock this curse, so he is then able to get to where he needs to go. And yeah, it's the puzzle part of this. It's a little slow, and he has to do everything twice. And you're watching it, you're like, oh, I don't really need to watch this. It really is like you're playing the game. And that's the only bit which is a bit of criticism, because it really slows the pace down. It's nice how it's done, like you really do follow every move of Frank, but a little unnecessarily, and they could have trimmed it up a bit and done it like in half the time. But anyway, yeah, it's kind of, it's a good kind of story and kind of mythology that they've kind of written behind this, and the reasons why different things happen, and it's good. It's different story from the first one. It's obviously a continuation, but the whole setting makes it very different. And this one, like I said, feels completely like a game. The first one was a bit of a film with like a different view, but this one very much feels like a game. And I'm looking forward to seeing the third one. Yeah, it's interesting where it's going. The first and the second one you can really watch one after another, and they're not very long. I'm looking at it now. Yeah, the first one is 77 minutes and the second one is 70 minutes, so you can really just sit and watch these both together, and it kind of seamlessly work. It's well done. Like I said, great gore. Frank Zamoza is funny as hell, as he always is, with his dialogue. There's this witch character, which he kind of, so there's another character which we're interacting with that's quite funny as well. Nice English accent there. Yeah, and like you're going through the corridors, and it's a little bit, you get a little lost at one point, because I'm not sure if he just keeps going back to this one room to see the witch, or if the room is kind of the cell where this witch is, if it's kind of in the center and there's different angles that they can go to. But I mean, that's not really a big thing. But something I did notice, there's a lot of walking around with he's kind of walking around on his own. Now, if I was walking through hell, well, it's kind of a stupid kind of way to start this. But say like, yeah, going through hell, you'd expect to see a lot more demons and tortured souls and things like that, in which you see them in the individual rooms that walking around. Not so much. Hell is kind of quite empty. But I don't want to bash on this film. Like I said, it's a lot of fun. And if I was to rate Hotel Inferno 2, some things, it really ups the ante on the first one, and there's a lot of fun. But then there's a few bits which I think aren't quite as good. And for that reason, I actually score it on a par with the first one, which is a very high 8 out of 10. Very entertaining. And oh, no moi. Yo, soitala. Yo. Yo. Totta kai, joo, soittala, moikka. Sorry about that. I'm actually sat in the works car park at the moment, and one of my colleagues just walked past. But anyway, like I said, I'm giving Hotel Inferno 2 an 8 out of 10. Highly recommended. Give it a watch. Okay, I've been James, as I said, your Sunday night reviewer, and I will see you next week where we have a themed week, but I will leave that with Corey tomorrow. He will be our Monday night reviewer, and he will explain everything. Okay, have a great week everyone. Good night.